Hi.
Welcome back to yet another. Yeah. Welcome back to yet another thrilling episode of Babble Riot. I'm one of your hosts, Elle,
And I'm Lo.
and we are your favorite podcast co-hosts.
Right. And by the way, nobody's safe on this podcast.
So true.
If you know us,
You're
if
screwed.
we know you, you're double screwed. You're fucked.
Loved it.
That was amazing. Woogity, 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 woogity. Should I take my Apple Watch off? Should I burn it?
Yeah.
You know what? We're living and laughing and
I
loving.
hope you didn't break that.
I didn't.
Okay.
She's good. It soft landed on the carpet and then tucked and rolled.
Stop, dropped, and rolled.
Exactly. We learned safety in this house.
Amazing.
Although, do you want to know a secret?
What was that noise? Was that Chelsea clipping?
You're fine. The other day I did start a fire and then like in my fireplace.
Oh. The way you said it was like emergency-cal.
And I was like, I'll be okay with just a short fire tonight because I only had 2 logs. And then after I started it, I was like, I'm not going to be okay with a short fire tonight. So I did leave the fire going in my fireplace and go to the grocery store really fast to get more firewood.
So, hold on.
Does that stress you out?
Yes. Also, this is stressing me out because I can't fucking like see you. It's like in the way. It's like right in my line of vision.
It always is, girl.
That's worse.
It still is.
All right, I guess we're just gonna roll with it.
Right. Is this your first time recording here?
Nor. Okay. Hello? Good. Yeah?
Hi? Yeah,
Okay, that's better.
I think so.
And I can see you better.
Good.
Okay. I'm so glad I did that.
I feel like if you compare and contrast where it was to where it is now,
Not a whole lot of difference.
no.
But I can actually see you better.
I know. And you know what? It's what you feel is more important to me.
So you're saying my feelings are valid.
They are valid.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
How is your day? How are you?
My day was good. I actually had a really busy day today.
That's good.
Outside of doing what I normally do, which was really nice. And went on a really large office project walk this morning. I got asked out on a date.
What?
Both of you guys. I know.
Babble Riot breaking news.
I know. First time ever.
God damn. I wish I could keep secrets. That's amazing. Good for you.
I almost told you when you called me last night, but I was like, I have to hold out.
So
I have to. I unfortunately leave on Friday for Palm Springs for a couple days, so I was unable to attend said date, but we are rescheduling for next week.
Okay, spill the tea.
That's like really all I have to spill right now.
Well, who was the person? How'd you meet?
Good old fashioned hinge.
Okay. Is it that guy that you showed us?
Yeah. So we've been like messaging back and forth, but like once a day, kind of like not talking too much, but
Still on the app or on?
yes.
Okay.
And talking enough that like I feel like I've gotten to know him kind of well, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll still get to know more about him in person.
Yeah.
So it's like perfect that I feel comfortable enough to go on a date with him, but
Good.
not like it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Or awkward.
like, yeah. Yay,
So
I
we'll
love
see.
that for you.
Yeah, he asked me out for drinks or coffee, which I liked too, that it wasn't like only drinks or like
Right.
dinner. Like I feel like he's 35, so I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he's done this a time or two.
Just a moment of silence.
For
For men.
Yeah. Yeah. I did some woo-woo shit a couple weeks ago during the full moon, the pink moon,
Yeah.
and made moon water,
As you do.
which is real wild for me. And I did 2 different vessels for my moon water. And in one vessel, I wrote to the universe and thanked it for my beauty. And my skin, honestly, has been looking really great.
You look stunning today.
Thank you so much. And then the other one was for love. And was basically just like, thank you for sending me, like giving me clarity, making me feel good in like who I am, what I have to offer, and for bringing me my perfect person.
Yeah. Amazing.
Because I didn't want to get too like pointed and detailed, you know.
Sure.
So I feel like she's delivering.
I love that for you.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Would you prefer a coffee date or an alcoholic beverage date?
I'm honestly fine with either. The thing about an alcoholic beverage date is I feel like it's really hard to cut off if you don't have plans afterwards, like firm plans.
Yeah.
And I could see it just becoming like a marathon situation, and I don't want to do that.
Why not?
It just doesn't seem very successful.
That's rude. Shots fired.
From, just my observations in the world.
Sure.
But I feel like a coffee date is a little bit more chill, a little more cash, a little bit easier to kind of like put an end on that.
Yeah.
But I don't have a ton of free times on the weekends, obviously.
You're going to have to make some time. Make some room for the man.
Ew.
Well,
he's from Washington. He grew up in Tacoma.
cute.
He's close with his family.
Love.
I think he has a good job. I honestly forget what he does. I think he works in tech.
Okay.
35.
Amazing.
Taller than me.
Great.
Good hairline.
Amazing.
And from what I can tell, pretty decent teeth.
Love that.
So hitting some of my
love.
liberal.
Hot.
But he does run. He's in a run club.
Okay, that's fine.
I know. I hope he's not like a turkey trot kind of guy.
Who cares? That doesn't mean you have to be.
I know, but some people it's like you do.
Well, just make him fully aware that you don't run.
Yeah. I'll let him know on day number 1.
Just to put all my cards on the table.
I'm not going to run.
Fire? Maybe.
I will get up early and cheer for you on the sidelines. I'll make you fun signs.
Yeah.
I'll be super supportive.
Yeah.
But I'm not running.
I think that's so fair.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we'll see.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. Actually, don't really feel that nervous about it either. But
That's
obviously,
so good.
once plans are made and it's the day before, day of, we'll see how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I think you're going to be fine. I mean, you know how to be sociable. It's not like you're not socially awkward.
Well,
I don't think that you are.
I definitely think that because of the work that I do and because I'm constantly meeting so many new people all the time, and networking has helped a lot also, that I just feel more comfortable selling myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And as more comfortable in my career I get, I oddly feel more confident in who I am a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like too, you're good at and maybe this isn't a good thing, but you're good at kind of masking.
Yes.
So I feel
yeah,
if things are weird or you do feel uncomfortable, I don't necessarily think that the other person would know that unless they knew you really well.
yeah, I'm very good at giving back what I get.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be so good. And this will be your first date in years.
10 probably.
That's crazy.
I know. I think this is only my second date ever like this. I went on one date years ago with a guy that I met on Tinder, and we went and got Thai food. And then he really wanted to hook up, and I was like, no, not gonna happen. And then I never talked to him again.
I had that same thing happen with. Do you remember that?
You went on a date with him?
Yeah, we matched on Tinder like years ago. Years. Like I feel like it was the summer before college or something. Like something crazy, but like we actually fucked. You don't remember?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And it was disgusting. And we were at my parents' house and my parents were out of town. We fucked on the couch and he was like dripping sweat on me.
I do remember this now.
And then I was like, like just please get off me. I don't want to do this. Like so done. But of course, me being like all of 18 years old, I'm just like, okay.
Loving this.
And then I really wanted him to leave and he ended up spending the night and then taking a shower in the morning and being like, get in the shower. And I'm like, I'm so good. Please leave.
That's my worst nightmare.
And it all was just supposed to be like a first date at a Thai place.
How did we get from Thai?
I don't know.
Okay.
So be careful.
Great. My first date in 10 years and you're scaring me.
No, it'll be good.
I did. Well, I'll tell you guys about it afterwards. Actually, I don't want to talk about it on the pod.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for respecting my privacy at the time.
You're so welcome. I'm so excited for you to have someone to talk about though.
I know.
And like starting your dating journey.
I know. I feel like I also just like need to rip the Band-Aid off.
You do.
And like just get into it and just go for it. Because
Yeah.
I also feel like the more dates I'm going to go on, the more comfortable I'll probably feel talking to people like out in the open and like going up to people and putting myself out there.
Yeah.
I did. I made sure that I have business cards and like all of my purses and things and wrote my cell phone number on them so that if I do see a cute guy out, I can give him my business card too. Say like, call me.
Why are we both like gurgling?
I haven't gurgled once.
Yes, you have.
I don't think so.
You have. I heard it.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I haven't consumed anything since we sat down.
Well.
Don't come for me.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And then I might go to Vegas for like a night in a couple weeks for work.
Just one night? One night only?
Sandra wants to go down for a day trip. And I was like, I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
If we're going to go down for this expo where we walk miles at this thing.
Walk a mile in these Louboutins.
I would like to fly down, do the expo, spend the night, fly back the next day, or fly down, spend the night, do the HD expo the next day, and then fly home that night.
Cool.
I'm good with either. Or fly down, spend the night, do the HD expo, spend the night, fly home the next day.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
I think that's all the fun stuff I have for you.
That's super fun though.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
I'm so excited for you.
Also, we're going to Palm Springs this weekend. We're going to go to the outlet mall.
Fun.
I'm so excited. There's so many good stores at the outlet mall in Palm Springs. Have you ever been? Girl. Oh my God. And then I was talking to Sandra about it today and she was like, you have to get the app because if you get the app, then you can get extra in-store discounts. There's
Amazing.
like 4 stores that are doing like additional 50% off of. Yeah. Like
What
Banana
stores
Republic,
Okay.
Levi's, Loft, Ann Taylor, Gucci, Prada, Lululemon. No, I don't have that kind of money.
I'll give you my credit card. It's got about $2 left on it.
I think that'll get me far. So we're going there on Sunday, and my main focus is jeans. But I'm also focused on an event that I have coming up in June. And then just like revamping my wardrobe for like work stuff. Because I feel like I need some more options in there. So I'm very excited about that.
That's amazing. Wow. Look at
I know.
you drink some moon water and
I know.
life just turns around.
I know.
Amazing.
I know. I've been feeling a little bit happier lately too.
You seem like it.
I don't know if it's the sun.
Probably has a little bit to do with it.
Perhaps.
Probably getting back on your meds too.
Definitely
The combination.
Right. It was a good time for both of those events to come. Yeah. Somebody said something funny at work last week and I laughed and I was like, wow, I haven't laughed like that in a really long time.
That's so sad.
I know. But it made me happy too.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
So the kids that I nanny, the little boy is being potty trained. Like he's pretty much got it down now, but he still has accidents. I took them to the Playtorium with her little friend and
where is a Playtorium?
in Factoria.
Oh, you love to go there.
So Playtorium or Factoria?
Factoria.
I do love a Factoria trip. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I really need to go there. I need to go to Ulta. But I might go to the one in Issaquah just to avoid the Factoria area.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
They've got really good online deals too, if you want to get it shipped or like sent and like picked up sort of thing. So Carson pees his pants approximately 3 minutes into being at the Playtorium. Fully, like full bladder, lets it just go.
Awesome.
And he's just standing there with wet pants, wet socks.
Yeah.
And I have no shield against me.
Do you pack an extra clothes?
Of course, but like just not really how you want to spend your day.
Yeah, and then like how are you cleaning that? Are you wiping him down?
Yeah, with a wet wipe.
Ugh.
Yeah. Also just like the stench of
you're gonna have to like hose off.
Yeah, I know.
After that.
So that was cool. The little girl though and Sienna kind of just like played together the whole time.
Amazing.
So that was nice.
Great.
So all in all, it wasn't like a bad day. It was just a long day.
You got us a special treat.
I got the girls Krispy Kreme because we talked about it the last time we
if you know, you know.
did the podcast, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all sluts for a Krispy Kreme donut.
Absolutely.
So I just thought, you know what? They deserve it.
I think they're one of my favorite donuts.
Yeah.
Perhaps my top.
I think Top Pot.
Like a classic cake donut?
No, not a cake donut. The classic, just the glazed.
Mm.
I love just a plain glazed donut.
Yeah. The Top Hot ones I feel like are a little too heavy for me. They're a little dense.
They're a little denser.
I like the lightness of a Krispy Kreme. Because then I can have two.
Right.
And not feel like I weigh 1,000 pounds. Like 1,000-pound sister.
They're not 1,000 pounds, are they?
I think together.
Oh, well.
Together forever.
Today was my last day of like nanny work though, so I'm excited to have kind of a easy
long
day
weekend
tomorrow and Friday. I mean, I still have like a lot of other shit to do, but
yeah. Big plans for the rest of your week?
Not really. I have a pending date for tomorrow.
Right.
Not quite sure what's going on with that one.
Right.
So I went on a first date. My first date of the year.
Wow.
I know. I had several other planned this year, but the only one that's actually materialized into a date. So
good for you. Snaps for Elle.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time.
Did you what are your rules? Did you follow your drink maximum?
I was actually thinking about this like before the date. I was like, what are my rules? I kind of forgot because I hadn't like actually dated in so long.
Yeah.
I think it was no more than
two
drinks and like no longer than 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I didn't quite follow it.
Right.
We met at 8. I got home at midnight. So a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2.5 drinks. I didn't finish my third.
Okay.
So.
Did you stay at one place?
We were at one place for probably like an hour and a half, and then...
Come on, you gotta give the people
Sorry,
something.
hold on, I need to drink this wine.
Chug it.
And I need to put chapstick on. My lips are feeling lippy.
Do you want some of my Aquaphor?
Mm-hmm.
I got some Eve right here, girl. You know I'm always locked and loaded.
That's what I love about you.
That's it.
One of the many things I love about you.
Guys, if you think we're getting funnier with age, sound off in the comments. Give us a little ha 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 or a hee 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 down there. I can't believe you edited out me having a personal moment with our fans last time we recorded when you ran to the bathroom.
Is that too much?
No.
Yeah, I know. I was on the fence about it.
You didn't think it was funny?
Well, it was funny, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Felt like I kind of bombed a set. I'll work on it. I'll workshop it though.
It was one of those things where I would have had to like edit up that bit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm just going to take it all out because
That's
I
fair.
just don't really want to keep editing.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry. I'll never do it to you again.
It's okay. They're just never going to know what kind of secrets I told them.
Well, it's up to their imagination now.
I guess.
Could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the fucking deal. My lips are better.
Moisturized.
I met this. So I downloaded Bumble in Mexico.
Yep.
Swiped. Had a good look around. Never deleted it. So I've just been kind of like popping on for a little look here and there. Matched with this guy. And he seemed interesting enough.
Wow.
No, I've just been like so hesitant about first dates and like meeting new people and putting myself out there again because I really haven't been like in the dating scene for quite some time, it feels like.
Yeah.
So for some reason though, I was just like, he asked me and I was like, yeah, sure. And I like so many other people have asked me not to like sound
Okay.
and I've been like skirt, you know, and for some reason he asked me and I was like, all right. And yeah, we had a good time. I wasn't nervous for the date. And I don't really feel like I normally am, but it was interesting. Like once I sat down with him, I kind of got like a little nervous and I was like, ew, what is this feeling?
The butterflies.
I mean, I don't know if it was butterflies. I was just like, what am I doing? What's happening?
Why am I talking to this strange man?
Yeah. No, do you know what I think it was? I wasn't expecting to like him maybe, or like I wasn't expecting him to be the way that he was. Mm-hmm. And so he kind of like pleasantly surprised me. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was, because normally I'm just so used to being let down. Yeah. Like my expectations are high.
Girl.
And yeah. And
Preaching.
then I'm just like, ugh, you know, and it was kind of like the opposite. And I think I purposely went into it with low expectations because I've been growing. I've been growing this year. I've been snowballing on my experiences. And I know now that I can't go into situations thinking about our children's names.
Right.
So I didn't.
So walk me through, though, because you met him somewhere. He didn't pick you up, which I like.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to pick me up for a first date. I don't want you to know where I live.
Yeah. I've made that mistake in the past, and I also agree I don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
It's for safety.
Right. Flowers?
No.
Okay.
No flowers. What did you want me to walk you through?
Just like, did he pull out your chair or stool? Did he hold open doors?
Okay, so he asked me out, right? We moved to text, kind of chatted like very briefly, like didn't really like get to know one another at all. He said he made a reservation at this place for drinks, and I was like, great. We had like a time set and everything. And then about, I think around like 1 or 2 p.m., he texted me and he was like, hey, any interest in pivoting and going to a Sounders game? My friend has like 2 free tickets. So if you're interested, we could do that instead. And I had literally just put a hair mask in my hair, which has to sit for 2 hours. And the game was like gonna start within an hour. And so I was like, fuck, like that does sound fun, but I can't. There's like shit in my hair. But I was like, but you should totally go and we'll just like meet after. And we only ended up meeting like 30 minutes later than we originally planned. So it was all good. And then I think he did open the door for me. We sat at a booth, so there was no like
chair to pull out.
Yeah, no chair to pull out. Actually, nowhere we went was there a chair to pull out.
Do you like when guys do that?
Yeah. But like only if it like you don't need to make like a big you don't need to like fully go out of your way. Like like if you're right there and it just like makes sense, sure, but like
I like a pull out. Like I like the idea of a pull out, but then you walk away and let me scoot in. I don't want you to like stand there and help me scoot in the chair. I'm not 87.
Right. Well, and I think it's like if it was at dinner.
Yeah.
But just for drinks, it was like cash.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, my expectations were so low. And he seems so normal, which
love, slay.
I'm like, wow.
Hot.
So hot. Not that there's anything wrong with divorced parents, but his parents are together and seem to have a good relationship. He has a close relationship with his family. Love that because I do too. And like
a requirement, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of is these days because I've dated so many people that come from very different growing up situations than I did. And while there is absolutely nothing wrong with that and completely out of everyone's control, it's just hard to communicate and it's hard to understand each other at like to a certain extent when you come from such different backgrounds.
Yeah. And like I see my parents very frequently and my family and I are.
What is happening? Looks
very close.
Okay, that's fine.
So I also need somebody that like understands that we're gonna spend time with my family and like you need to be okay with that and like I want to spend time with your family.
Hold on, pause.
Hello?
Hi.
I don't know where you want to restart that from or if you want to.
Yeah, your parents are very close.
Like I see my parents a lot. I spend a lot of time with my family. Like we go down to Palm Springs a lot to see Mason. He comes up here. So we're going to spend time with my family and I need you to be okay with that and understand that and like want to participate in that.
Yeah.
And like I want to participate in your family stuff too because that's important.
Yeah, totally. And like you just need to be a family person.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that just aren't and that's fine. But yeah, we're very similar in that way. And so it was nice to hear that he had that kind of relationship with his family and that he like does things with his dad and like
cute.
Yeah, and he took his mom to coffee/lunch on like Monday.
Cute.
I was like, oh.
Love. That's very you coded too, actually.
It is. So yeah, I really liked that. And he's attractive. So, you know, mostly green flags. There was only like a couple like not red flags, but things that, you know, have like stuck in my mind. Before I say that though, he did ask me about the podcast, which I was like, oh, I didn't want him to like know about it because I don't put it on my I don't put it on my dating apps.
Yeah.
Like I used to.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like in my era where I was kind of looking for content or like not necessarily content, but like I wanted people to know about the podcast, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
like, not that I don't want people to know about the podcast anymore, but I'm genuinely like seriously trying to date with intention, and I don't want that to be
a deterrent.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so he told me that he looked at my Instagram and saw that that I have a podcast about dating, and he was like, he mentioned that he was a little bit like, oh, am I just going to be content? Which made me feel so bad. I was like, oh my God, like that's probably how a lot of people feel when they find out about that.
Yeah, but I don't think that, and I mean, I don't know the inner workings of your mind, but I don't feel like you've ever gone on a date with a guy purely just for content.
No.
Like you have
never.
always...
I'm a lover girl. Like I've always
Yes.
been wanting to find love.
Yeah. Since you've been back, since we started the podcast, that has been your goal.
Yeah.
In dating is to meet somebody, have a serious relationship, settle down, like take those next steps.
Right.
It's never been to like meet somebody
Fuck
and go on a
around.
date and
Yeah.
like talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
But I can understand where that would be an immediate kind of like, oh, reaction
Yeah.
without knowing you.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, no, that's not what this is. And he was like, okay, good. Cause I wasn't sure like how I should act. Like if this is just like a, you know, for shits and gigs thing, or if the like what, and then he was like, what are you looking for? Like he asked me straight up, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically just said like, I'm not looking to settle. I'm not in a rush, but like I do want to find my person. I'm not going to force it, but like that is my ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I do think I said like I'm along for the ride, which after I said it, I was like, that maybe sounds
More casual.
Yeah. But like I hope that I made it clear that
Main point
it's
across.
not casual.
Yeah.
But he's out of a 3-year relationship, like only in the last 5 months, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's only been single for 5 months, which I'm like, that's my yellow flag.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit though. And he explained it as like, they just knew that they weren't like right for each other and that it just wasn't going to work and that they were just like not the right fit.
Yeah.
Which I like, rather than a guy being like, my crazy ex-girlfriend, like it was all her fault. Like it seems like he explained it in a way that still like spoke positively of her, which is a big green flag in my book.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't negative about her in any way. And like, he said he's been dating and stuff and not like nothing's gotten like serious obviously, but he said he's an opportunist. So like he's not really, which makes me think he's not really looking for anything serious, but like if the opportunity presents itself, then he's gonna run with it.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that because it takes the pressure off things. But also it's like, okay, but like at what point, or like how many dates do you need to go on to figure out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it also kind of like undervalues what you bring to the table. And like, I feel like his feelings about you. And like, I feel like in the back of my head, I would always kind of have small doubts of like, are you actually with me because you want to be with me and because you like see a serious future with me? Or are you just with me because it was like right person, right time kind of thing, you know, or like good person, right time.
Yeah.
And you just took you went ahead on the opportunity.
Yeah. And he did say he's like a relationship person, which I haven't been really. Mm-hmm. I've been in, my longest relationship has only been a year. And
how long were you in Germany together for?
A year.
That's crazy. It felt like a lot longer than that.
It did. Yeah. Alex and I, less than a year. Haley and I were like on and off for like 2 years, but like, I don't know. Damn. And those are, I mean, Travis, I guess, but that was also just a year. Like,
damn.
Yeah, I know.
I put in years.
You did. So yeah, I've just been thinking about that a little bit because Yeah.
That's kind of a weird way to like phrase it. I feel like that would definitely give me pause.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Which also does put a little bit more weight into like the taxi cab theory. Because
Right.
I feel like we talked about that after your date and you were like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm such a lover girl, like I said, and I want to be wanted for who I am, not for, which is like crazy.
Groundbreaking. Never been done before.
Not because you want to be a parent and like I can make that happen for you, or because you want a wife and I could be that for you. Like I want someone to want me because they see all of these like incredible things that I bring to the table, and they know that they can help me be a better person, and there's just this like kismic magic between us. And and it's not just like, well, I'm in my mid 30s and like I want to have kids, so
I guess it's time.
Yeah, and like you're pretty and you're
nice enough,
and you have a good head on your shoulders, so like let's do this thing. Like that's not,
no.
If that's how you feel, leave me alone.
100%.
So that's when he said that, that's kind of like where I took it to, which I completely could be overthinking it. And I hope that I am, but you just never know. It's so itchy. Sorry.
Oh my God.
So we had a good night. I feel like we had a lot of things in common. The conversation was great. We had a little cheeky kiss at the end of the day, or at the end of the night. I do remember he opened my Uber door.
Love.
That was nice. And he paid for everything. And I just was like, sometimes I like will reach for my wallet sort of thing. And I was just like, no.
I'm not even going to try.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I love that. I don't think I'm going to try.
Yeah.
You're a grown man.
Right. And like I said thank you several times.
Of course.
You know, like I'm not just like, you better pay for it, you know?
Yeah.
And like if someone really was like, do you want to split it? I would.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be like, no, fuck you.
Was there anything that you gleaned from the first date that you could get him a present for on the second date? Like, remember when I talked about, like, this girl was talking on a podcast about, she goes on dates and she, like, guys always pay on the first date, as they should. But how do you as a woman make, like, reciprocate that without paying for a date?
Right.
And she was like, a good thing that I like to do it for the second date is to get them, like, a little something.
Yeah.
Under $20 that, like, just lets them know that, like, I was thinking of them and appreciated the effort of the first date and, like, am excited to, like, keep this going.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? When we were on our first date, I, like, remembered that. And I was like, oh, I need to pay attention. But, like, our conversation was so good that I forgot.
Yeah.
You know? And I also didn't want to just be like in the conversation looking for something.
Yeah.
But I remember he told me like earlier on in the date, he told me, he was just telling me a story of some of his friends and like said their names. And like later on in the evening, I was like, oh, so-and-so, like, you know, putting two and two together. And he was like, did I tell you about? And I was like, yeah, you mentioned them earlier, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, wow, you listened. Like, that's hot. I was like, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I think that's my contribution.
Okay. I mean, he did just move.
Huh?
He did just move, right?
Yeah, he moved into a new place. Not like still in Seattle. He's from Seattle, like born and raised.
Well, you could maybe do something with that if you feel like you want to tomorrow. Like a can opener that's like kind of funny, but and like put a bow on it. Like a housewarming.
A housewarming gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of housewarming gifts, on our date, we were kind of talking about, like, he was saying that he just moved into a place and stuff and is trying to outfit it. And I was saying, like, oh, I love interior design, or, like, you know, shopping for that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And we kind of, like, both came to the agreement that it would be fun to go on, like, a shopping date. But if you are a Babble
head,
you'll know that my last date was in fact a shopping date, and that did not go very well for me. Different circumstances, but yeah, I think it's too familiar for a second date. Like, I want to know him better and I want him to know me better to do that kind of date. And also, like, I want to see his place so that I know, like, what the vibe is.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see his place on the second date.
Yeah.
You know?
I would love, like, a walk through IKEA date. But as, like, a fourth or fifth date, after I've seen your place, I've gotten to know you. I know what your vibe is like a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we can go walk through IKEA.
I feel like that kind of date is, like, you have to finger blast me first.
Okay.
Like... Like, we have to be at that point.
Intimate.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
Totally. So.
Oh my God, what if I have sex soon?
You might.
Hate that.
I love that. So cute.
So scary.
What was I saying? Finger blasting.
That you were like, that feels.
Oh,
like, I want to see your place without.
Yeah. So he. What am I trying to say? We agreed that we would go on a second date on Thursday, and it was Saturday at that point. So tomorrow is Thursday. And so he texted me yesterday, and he was, like, excited to see you Thursday. Thinking about going to U Village, kind of like, what do you think? And U Village has a lot of, like, furniture, like, homey good stores. And I wanted to be into it because I am into it, but it just felt too soon. And so I called Lo, and I was like, help, what do I do?
Help.
I was like, am I, like, which is sad because I knew in my gut that, like, I didn't want to do that, and I needed fucking someone else's help or, like, someone else's validation to be like, yeah, no, don't do that. So I ended up texting him with Lo's help. That it's just not, I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
And he was grateful that I said something, because no one really wants to do something with someone who doesn't really want to be doing that.
Yeah. Like, I definitely want to see you again, but, like, I don't want to do that as our activity.
Yeah. So, and he seemed receptive to that. So that was nice. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Haven't heard from him today. So, which is fine. Like, I don't need to hear from him. I just, like, want to know what timing the plan is, and, like, what the plan is, because I've got other shit to do tomorrow. So I'm just trying to, like, you know, and I could just double text him, but
I'm on team double text, because they kind of left it off as, like, Elle was going to do stuff before they met. And so I feel like Elle needs to let him know what time she's going to be done so that he can make a plan. Sound off in the comments if you think I'm right. And if you think I'm wrong, don't comment. Chelsea's saying yes.
Yes to what?
That I'm right.
Chelsea, think I should double text?
Yeah. I think you should. You got shit to do, girl.
I think also just the whole, like, hesitation on double texting is...
Well, so this is my only hesitation. I want, like, I don't really mind double texting, but in this instance, it's like, if I don't text, are you going to step up and, like, say something? Or is it going to be like, if I don't double text, am I never going to hear from you again, sort of thing? And like, I don't want.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it from both sides. I can, like, he could also be the one to text you and be like, what time do you think you're going to be done with your
Right.
thing tomorrow?
Right. Or just be like, hey, was thinking like maybe we could go here. Like, what time are you thinking, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like, because if he doesn't say that and I say something and he's like, oh, I guess.
Now I have to respond.
Yeah. And like, I don't want to be going on a second date with someone who's like iffy, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's where my hesitation comes in. But all in all, I feel proud of myself because I've just been such a spiraler in the past and crazy overthinker. And I feel very relaxed. I'm not like, why isn't he texting me back, sort of thing, you know? And I'm like so aware of that it's like weird. I'm like, why am I not feeling like that? You know? But it's nice.
Growth.
Because I don't feel attached to the outcome.
Yeah.
You know? Like if he texts me and we go on a second date, great. If not,
You're going to survive.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
So, yeah, I guess we'll put a pin in that and see what happens.
Hopefully updates for you guys next time we talk.
Updates will be had for sure. I don't know what kind, but
Good or bad.
yeah,
They will be had.
they will be had.
They will be spoken about.
Indeed.
Spoken word.
A few other people have asked me out on Bumble, and I'm like, I can't, that guy that I sent you with like the massive biceps.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. You should see him.
Damn.
You should see what that's about a little closer up.
Yeah. It's so hard for me to like date more than one person, and which is silly because it's been one date.
Yeah. You don't owe him anything.
I don't. But it's not him. I don't feel like I owe him anything. It's me. Like I just like there's too much going on when there's more than one person. But maybe I do need to break that.
Yeah.
Because in the past I've like maybe put too much focus on one person who's clearly not been just focused on me.
Yeah.
So
If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to, obviously. But there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know why I feel like that. Like it feels like sneaky or like
He knows you're on a dating app.
No,
That's how
I
you guys
know.
met.
I know. But like
If you found out he was going on other dates, would you be upset?
pissed.
Okay.
No. I mean, I don't really want to know, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So assume he probably has the same mindset.
Yeah.
Because if you're meeting on a dating app, you have to reckon with the fact that
They're talking to other people.
absolutely,
Yeah.
at least like one or two other people, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
It's fine. I'm totally cool with it.
Can I get some more wine, please?
Okay, you're fine. No, she has more wine. She's good.
I was making
Joking.
a jerk.
Joke.
Ew, I just talked about him for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Help. What if he watches this?
This will come out after your guys' second date.
Yeah, I guess.
So
that'll just ruin it for the third date.
you haven't said anything bad.
No, I know. It's just like one of those things. It's like, this is just talk that you would normally have with your friends.
Yeah, we're
and
just
I'm
recording it.
Blasting myself on the internet.
Yeah, we're honestly brave.
We're so brave.
Okay,
Yeah.
it takes a lot to sit down in my living room, set up the cameras, the lights, do the action,
Yeah. No, you're so
and welcome
brave.
people. Literally, and welcome people into my home.
Yeah, I guess he knows I have a podcast. It's not like he's going to find out and
Yes.
be like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Sore. Yeah, I guess we're fine. I guess it's going to be okay.
It's going to be just fine.
The entire time eye contact. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Just readjusting after you practically threw up in your mouth.
All right.
That's what it sounds like.
Charles, do you want to come say hi? Why?
Just yell into the void.
You look stunning.
Say hi.
Louder.
Hi.
Love it. Chelsea has a boyfriend. I think we've already talked about it though.
Chelsea has a boyfriend and she's in love. And she's fucking moving to Canada. So.
Not yet.
I read a crazy thing on Instagram about this couple that's dating long term between here and Canada, and it was fucking crazy. Alexis liked it too. I'll show it to you afterwards. It's not good.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah. It's
Thanks for
different
that
circumstances.
positive
Huh?
What?
snack. Thanks for that positive snack.
You're welcome. I mean, it turned out okay. It'll be fine. It did. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You want to do one? You got mood bloom down these days? Just curious. Spit it back into your glass.
Oh my god. I really thought that was coming out.
Her eyes are watering.
I'm crying.
This is crazy, but your top looks really good.
How is that crazy?
Why is that crazy?
Like, your bra looks good with that top. Like, what kind of bra is that?
Thank you. It's the Super Sizer 3000.
From where? Victoria's Secret?
Super size me, daddy.
I don't know. I think it's Natori.
Oh, your tits look huge.
Yeah, this was my bra from when my tits were huge. And I do still wear it from time to time because it's nude. And sometimes you just need a nude bra.
Absolutely.
My boobs do look a little sad in it, which is unfortunate. But,
Yeah.
you know,
You can't win them all.
you really can't,
about the
unfortunately. What?
Mhm.
It's about the illusion.
Yeah.
And until you take it off.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still have boobs. It's not like I'm flat chested.
Aware. I'm fully aware.
So yeah, I feel like I've probably lost like half a cup size though.
Mm. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I've probably lost like 15 pounds in the last year. So it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like sax fat anyways.
Yeah.
So, and I feel better. I think that I look better. So it's just is what it is.
Have you lost boob?
Yeah. A lot. But actually, not a lot.
I feel like you
But
still
with
have.
My 30-plus-year-old age, my boobs have started to sag a lot.
Well, right.
Well,
Mine started
yeah.
at about 22. Gravity took hold
Yeah.
and pulled down.
It's kind of lost in good places,
Mm.
except for my arms.
Mm.
Like here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
the wings.
Chicken wings.
The fun part.
When you're waving and
The
dancing.
Ride 'em cowgirl.
Yeehaw.
I'll just get my bow.
There you go.
Yeah, I have like a goal in mind for money, and part of that goal has to do with all of the self-improvements
Oh, the surge you want to
that
get?
I would like to have.
Wild.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. On my date. Oh, fuck.
Did you talk about your lip flip?
I did actually.
He called her out.
No, I said right off the bat, because I felt like he was staring at my lips, and he probably wasn't. I just am so like obsessed with how weird I look. And so I just was like, oh, by the way, I got some Botox in my lip and I can't like use it normally. So and he was like, oh, I didn't even notice. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I shouldn't have fucking said that, but oh well.
Maybe he was being nice.
Maybe.
He was like, what are you talking about?
No, you don't say.
Your lips moving just normal, just fine.
And then at the end of the night, he was like, so can you kiss with your lip like that? I was like, I don't know.
I don't see why not.
I guess we'll find out.
Give it a try.
So I gave him head.
Okay. I like that he asked.
Me too.
That was cute. I like a good way to ask too.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like good. He was like quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I love.
You need.
Yeah, that was fabulous. So
Fabuloso.
Yeah.
We should do a poll about Lo's hair. She should chop.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about cutting my hair off. Bald.
Bald is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful. So sound off in the comments also. So I need you guys to comment if you think we're funny. Ha 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 he he he. Comment if you actually, I'm kind of in the middle about the double text, so you don't need to comment about that. Or unless you
It'll
have a
be
thought.
beside the point of,
Right.
you know.
Fair. And if I should cut my hair. I'm thinking about it.
And if I should date more than one person at a time.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to dye it before I go. And I have a spray tan already scheduled. And I'm going to get a mani and a pedi. So
Wow.
maybe I'll chop the hair too.
Amazing. Just a whole new you.
I know.
A whole new Lo. A whole new world.
A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
Yikes. So, I'm sorry about that.
No, that was beautiful. Don't apologize.
Are we good? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, any topics you want us to talk about? Chit chat over here?
I think you covered them.
I did listen to some of our old episodes
Mm-hmm.
the other day because, I don't know, sometimes
Obsessed?
I'm just... I'm a narcissist, so
Crazy.
I just have to like constantly be hearing my own voice.
Right.
And there was one episode I listened to and I was like dying because
Oh, no.
we were talking about how men like I'm gonna have to delete that big surprise that I just did. That just reminded me 10 minutes into our date, this man asks me what my kinks are.
What?
Yeah. Because we were talking about the podcast.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I basically said like it's more of like a hobby podcast. Like it's not like we're, you know, bringing in tons and tons of revenue and views.
Not yet.
Not yet. Like, yeah, obviously we are going to, but
Right.
and I was like, I think one of ours did really good though. And he was like, oh, what was the topic? And I was like, oh, it was like kinks and fetishes. And it kind of brought maybe the wrong crowd. And then I think just like, cause he's quick, that one off, he was just like, oh, what are your kinks? And I was like,
Did you say go listen to the episode, baby?
I think I said something like that, or I was like, you'll have to find out, or, you know, something like that. But
Yeah.
I was
Love.
like, whoa.
Bold.
Kind of liked it.
Yeah, that does
But-
seem like something you'd like.
So then I went back and listened to that episode. Actually, it was the one prior to that.
I thought it was it's giving doing coke and broke.
Yeah, Coke and Broke. And we were talking about how men are like, they like butt stuff. They just do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. And it's, I was like, if you're not fingering your boyfriend's asshole, what are you doing? And you were like, yeah, if you're not finger popping
Each other's assholes.
yeah.
Good.
Like, it's not love. Like,
It's
what?
not.
It's not.
If you're not willing to root and toot around in there,
Are you rooting and tooting with Rue?
I can confirm
Roosty.
that I am not.
Okay. Would you if you wanted to?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't love him?
Do you think you'd break up with, like, if that was like something he was like, I really need this in a relationship?
I would not break up with him, but that would have been something that we locked down before I locked it down.
Well, girly, there's still time.
He could evolve into wanting his anus played with. I'm actually disappointed when someone doesn't want it. I'm like, let's think about it. Take a little time.
Are you sure? Because it's now or never. You got to tell me now
No, you could tell me whenever.
or never.
There's.
You like it?
Do you know what? I like. I don't even. It's not that I like it. It's. I just feel like I know it feels good for them,
Yeah.
and I like. If you've never tried it, I'm like, you gotta try. Like, you gotta try it at least once.
You got to try everything once.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Twice actually.
Put your finger around it and just like rub it.
No, you got to go in, baby. That's how you touch their prostate.
On there.
Well, there usually are because we're dating straight men. Unfortunately. Dirty assholes.
Ew! Stop.
She has a lot of experience in that department.
It was one time, okay?
Eleanor.
The time that there was shit?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, there was only one shit time.
Okay.
By the way, that was not me.
Yes.
It was a guy.
The other person. 100%.
We knew that.
Yeah, that's what we were all on the same page. I don't need it, but I don't hate it. I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not interested, I'm not gonna
Shove it up there.
I'm not gonna rape your ass, you know?
God.
Ruth does have a bidet, so maybe it's clean.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get him a bidet.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. That's funny.
Little gateway.
Yeah.
See how comfortable he is?
You asked about my kinks.
That is perfect, actually. Because if he's like really against a bidet, there's no chance you're going near it.
Yeah, red flag.
If you're not comfortable with your sexuality enough to have a bidet, it's not going to happen.
It's gonna be a no from me.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's good. That's rich.
I gotta go find one of those little bidet attachments now. And I've got hours, so
24
24 hours.
ish.
Amazon Prime, baby.
I think you should get him something like something funny like a can opener.
Everyone has a can opener.
No, you don't know that. But I just think it's funny.
What about like a timer egg?
Yeah.
That looks like an actual egg.
Yes, that's cute.
Because they
Actually,
kind of look like butt plugs too.
Okay. So I'm feeling like we're on butts tonight.
I think butt stuff is so funny because I'm a poo poo pee pee haha humor kind of girl.
Yeah, you are.
Um,
Do you like it when they do butt stuff to you?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I've never had a good butt experience.
You have to be so comfortable with the person.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
Okay.
There's been a couple times where it was not in the cards. It was not planned. It just kind of happened to me
Yeah.
with people that I wasn't in a relationship with.
Yeah.
But the couple of times it's happened in a relationship, very comfortable with them, but it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into it when someone else is into it. If
Yeah.
you're not into it, I'm not gonna be like, please, please. Hey, so what if? What?
You could get him a douche.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave mine. Please.
Gross. Remember when I had to buy one for you?
No.
Okay. I think it's time to go
What?
for our safety and security.
Not it being 111.
Girl.
It's a sign.
Girl.
Spirits are like, wrap this shit up.
You're done.
It's time to, yeah.
You're done.
End of the day.
Yeah. Closing time.
All right. If you liked this episode, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening. If you are just listening, please come watch us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of movement.
Our beautiful
There
faces.
are looks. We're serving cunt almost every time.
24/7.
So please come and experience that.
Yeah.
You'll
be glad you did.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you make it over there.
Yeah.
Like the video.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Fucking smash it. Do it right. You guys, if you're listening to this, I want you to I need you to do something for me, okay?
Yeah.
Please take your finger,
Okay.
put it on your mouse pad or your phone, wherever you're listening, and you see that little subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tap it.
Okay.
Tap it. Do it now.
I'm tapping
now.
it.
All right, bye.
Bye. Chelsea, say bye.
Bye.